Welcome back at 8:45. If the recent market swings have you wondering whether to stay invested or move to the sidelines, you are not alone. Here to help us make sense or try to make sense of some of this is Ernie Burns, CEO of Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors. Ernie, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, thanks.
So let's first talk about some of the things, and I know it's a lot, but just some of the things causing the uncertainty that we've been seeing in the market as
well. There's four headwinds in the market right now: geopolitical risk, Federal Reserve, inflation, and AI spending.
And let's talk kind of
which all causes volatility.
Right. So let's first point, inflation. What there is causing issues there?
Well, the price of oil.
Okay.
You know, the price of oil overall right now, the Strait of Hormuz is really controlling. This kind of winds into geopolitical risk too, but that controls the price of a barrel of oil. That being the case, as we go into fights with them, and or it just basically has pushed oil up to $100 a barrel or more. That's causing inflation. The cost of goods and services going up. Price of gas fuel. Right now we're in a stale point. It's dropped below $80 a barrel. Now if we could continue this for a month or two, we'll see inflation worries start to drop.
And so you kind of combine the first and second headwinds there. That's geopolitical uncertainty and inflation. Let's talk interest rates. No, the Fed just met, was it last week, and decided to stay. Let's talk about that decision and how it factors into the outlook of the market.
There's a couple things there. We're learning the Federal Reserve's opinions now. It's a little different. He doesn't want to forecast like the two.
And that's the Fed chair you're talking about.
The federal chair, yeah. Mr. Walsh, he doesn't want to forecast like the two Federal Reserve chairmen in the past. That being the purpose, the market's trying to figure out what he's going to say, what he means by everything. And that inflation worries, we've seen a 25% increase in inflation over the last 5 years. That's a big jump. That being the case, it costs more for goods and services. And what we're worried about in the future is it going to continue or not, or will he raise interest rates to slow the market down?
Let's talk artificial intelligence, obviously a constant conversation, but is the excitement surrounding AI creating a bubble like we saw in the past with real estate, with internet decades ago?
Okay, great question, like the dot-com in the 90s.
Yes, correct.
There's not going to be a crash in there. Dot-coms, there were companies that were invented cloud chasers that had no revenue whatsoever. All these companies, or 99% of them, are making great money, good revenue coming in. Just be wise on what companies you buy. Yes, AI is going to do really well in future years. The problem is they're spending so much money, they don't know when all the revenue is going to be coming in. We're looking at 1.5 to 2 years before we actually see the revenue coming in. So the AI worries right now is causing a lot of volatility in the market. But if you watch closely, the volatility that we're having, you can basically cash on opportunities. If you bought in a dip, the last 4 years, you're making really good returns.
So back to the being careful about which AI company you're investing in. Should you be looking at a company that is not just focused on AI, maybe it has AI and other avenues or other streams of revenue as it's waiting for the AI revenue to come back in that it's forecasting?
Well, yes, but in the same instance, there's several different type of AI companies in the sense of memory, chip making, computers, whatever it might be. There's multiple areas. In energy is a big thing right now too, to supply the power for these AI companies and databases. So looking at the companies that build the supplies for it is a huge plus too. So AI is like a general term, but overall there's a lot of different companies, part of that AI you can take advantage of, future growth, and energy is one of them.
It's an interesting point there to leave our viewers off on. We appreciate your time this morning, Ernie Burns.
Thank you.
All right, time.